The story of champions, reunion. Having been reunited with his family, the apprentice wanted to share everything that had happened to him since the time he had left home. His family gathered in a circle around the living room, and the apprentice pulled out the journal that his parents had given him. It was almost full. The wizard and the witch had given him a magic shield with the will prayer inscribed onto it. So he recited that prayer in honor of their support and kindness towards him. He told his family that many a time when he felt he couldn't go on with the journey, he had said that prayer out aloud to draw upon his reserves of strength, courage and faith. And in doing so, he had felt renewed in spirit to continue on his path. He proceeded to tell them about the opposing forces like fear, procrastination, boredom, laziness, mistrust, and ungratefulness. Even though everyone in his hometown had felt those emotions to some degree, the magic that he had encountered was so great that those feelings had taken human form and had grown more powerful whenever passing travelers surrendered to their temptations. He told his family of the wizard and the witch and the three friends, strength, courage, and faith, who had guided him and given him magical gifts that had helped him reclaim his willpower whenever he had faltered on his path. After recollecting all his episodes, the apprentice showed them the gifts he had received and told them about each one's magical powers. He also mentioned that in order for the magic to sustain, due care must be given to those items to ensure that their powers don't weaken. His family listened with fascination to all the encounters the apprentice had gone through. He had inspired his younger siblings, and they were already talking excitedly about making their own journey to Miraculum someday. Having shared all that he had jotted down in his journal, he encouraged them to hold hands with each other and recite the prayer along with him this time. I will work with a wish, and I will work with a will, and the task life brings me, I will gladly fulfill. Unfolding new skills, many joys shall be mine, away dull rust, let me shine. The apprentice felt contented to be home and hugged all his family members one by one. As he retreated to his own home, he reflected on all that had happened, and he was overwhelmed with gratitude towards all his magical friends. Deep down, he knew that this was only the beginning of many journeys he had to yet make. For now, he was keen to get a good night's sleep and wake up the next day for the celebration that his family had planned on his return. Apprentice Boot Camp, Week 12, Night Prayer. Today, create, make up, or look up a simple and easy night prayer for yourself. If you are unsure what night prayer to use for this task, then you can ask your parents to help find one or choose a good night prayer for you. This can be a prayer from your school, or a poem, or a prayer that you like or heard before and wouldn't mind saying it every day. You can even create or make up a night prayer along with your parents that is meaningful, easy to remember, and something that you would like to say or listen. You don't have to fully understand the meaning of the prayer for now, as long as your parents have read or listened to it and have approved it. You can pick a simple or a complex prayer, long or a short prayer, and this choice is yours entirely. And you can change this after a few days, if you come across a better prayer or a prayer that you like even more. Once the prayer is decided, you must say this prayer every night before bedtime. You must say this aloud, and you can write it down on a paper or a notebook and read from it every day until you remember every word of it. If you have any doubts or difficulties in doing this task, then do message us on the group. Add a magic bean, each of which contains strength, courage and faith, to your glass jar the next day after you have done the night prayer task and you have expressed it on the group the following day. Wishing you an abundance of faith in yourself and in the universe. I'm Captain Preetham Madhukar from Skills Beyond Education, signing off.